So I just picked up a brand new AdventureCam 10 Plus. This is one of their newest cameras to come out with some really great improvements and things I'm really excited about. I'm not going to go over like a full unboxing and show you everything that's inside. If you want to know what's inside, it's on their website. I want to talk more about the camera itself, the improvements they've made to it, and kind of compare that to my previous experience with the 10. I have been super happy, and I'm a proud owner of the AdventureCam 10 and used it for different projects for both still photographs and some different videos, and been super pleased with it. And they've come out with the 10 Plus, made some improvements there. So I want to kind of talk about things that caught my eye that I'm super excited to use, and glad they did with the camera. So first thing you notice comparing side by side is a size difference. The new 10 Plus is smaller and just a little bit lighter than the original 10, and they've made it now so that it fits in the same case as the 7, the 8, and also their newest camera, the Elite. So it's on par with the same size and now the same dimensions as a GoPro. And I'll do a later video of showing this in a Zenmuse gimbal on a DJI Phantom 2. I figured out that it does fit. The dimensions are perfect to fit in there, the same as a GoPro, whereas the original Cam 10, the dimensions are just a little bit different. You can't quite fit them in that gimbal. So that's one thing I'm excited about, is a little bit smaller camera, a little bit lighter. So that's one thing. Another interesting thing they've done is the battery is now the same with the access door on the bottom here, as you can see, to get to the camera. The battery is the same as now their other cameras, so they're standard on the cameras, standard on the cases, same sizes. To get to the battery in the original 10 actually required removing the faceplate. You'd pop the whole faceplate off, and that's how you would get to the battery here on the Cam 10. But now you've got a quick access door to get to the battery. You can charge the battery outside the camera, or you can charge it inside, so it's quick and easy to get to. So that's kind of cool. One of the biggest and best improvements, I think, for those that need it or want it, is the ability now to shoot 4K at 24 frames per second. The Cam 10 was limited to 10 frames per second, so at 4K wasn't really usable. But with the 10 Plus, now you can get the cinematic 24 frames per second at 4K if that's what you're going to be shooting. If that's what you're going to be, that's your goal there, is for 4K. I personally am still shooting in 1080p. That's the world that I live in. That's what I edit with. I don't have anything that can display a 4K image, so I stay in there, and I can do 1080p at 30 frames and 60 frames per second on both the Cam 10 and the 10 Plus, so it gives me that option. As far as still photos, the improvement on the 10 Plus is still photos now up to 24 meg still photos. You can kind of see some of the specs there. It looks like when they designed this new box, one thing they missed on the back was it still shows 4K at 10 frames per second, and that's what it says on the back of the 10. So I think they missed that on the new box. And like I said, this is probably a first run camera. You can see on the box itself they just used a sticker for the Plus. It still says AdventureCam 10, but the camera itself will do 4K at 24 frames per second. So this information here is, I think, just a carryover to the 24 meg still photos. I do most of my photos in 12 megapixel, but it opens up for more potential there, going up to 24 meg stills. One of the reasons that I was most excited for this camera, and a feature that I hope to use quite a bit, is the ability to change the field of view. With the Cam 10 you were stuck, it was 170 degrees, that's what you had, or excuse me, 160 degrees. So you were stuck at a 160 degree wide angle lens, which for some shots that's what you want when you're up close. For other things, you start to get that fisheye look, and then you can tell that it's definitely a wide angle lens on what you're doing as straight lines start to bend at the edges. Well, the new Cam 10 Plus gives me the ability to change the field of view. I've got an option for 110, 140, or the 160 field of view, so I can change what it looks like, and I can eliminate the distortion, that cubic lens distortion at the edges with this now, and use it like a DSLR. So that was one thing that I was super excited. And when I fly it in my drone, my plan is to use either the 110 or the 140 to eliminate that, so it doesn't look like it's being taken with that wide angle lens. Another improvement they made on the remote now, the old remote used an orange button for both taking still photos and for starting the video. Now, to make it a little bit easier, they've color coded it, the red and gray, so it's easy to see at a glance which one you're going for. With the new camera, it has the Wi-Fi built in, which is convenient hooking up to my phone. It's a new app, seems to run fine on my Android phone, but it requires a new app installed on your camera. So if you've got a 10 going to 10 Plus, you need the two different apps. It won't go to the FBO Sports, but it's got a new one now that it goes to. So far, the only thing that I've seen that this is lacking, or the only thing that the original 10 was better for, did a better job at, on the 10, it gave you an option that you could set up the camera to take a still photo at intervals every 3, 5, 10 seconds, I believe. You can set that up and take a still photo. On the 10 Plus, I haven't found a way yet in the menus for it to automatically take photos at certain intervals. I have found it gives you a mode that you can manually put together a time lapse by it takes a photo every 2 seconds. So that'd be an option, and I just have to weed through and delete what I don't want. But you can always use the Wi-Fi in the app to take it remotely. But with that, and the only other minor difference on if you're shooting stuff off a tripod, the original 10 had the 1/4 inch thread on the bottom of the camera, so you go right onto the tripod. For the 10 Plus, you would need the cage that goes around it with the tripod adapter to go on there. But I'm super excited to go out, and I've had a chance to play with this a little bit, and anxious to get out and do more. You can see there, might be able to read it. Right now I've got it set at 140 degrees on my field of view. Simple menus to get through and work through. It's all your options in here. It does come with something new, is the underwater feature. I don't scuba, so I don't see myself using that. It comes with the waterproof case, so you can get it wet. Both the original 10 and now the 10 Plus come with the option, and it comes with the cable to hook it up for that first person view if you've got that equipped on your drone. On my DJI, I'm just right now I'm hitting record, flying it, and bring it back and stopping it. That's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm not trying to get any of that view back to a device. It's got the motion detection like the other one that'll start the car mode if you want to use it as dash cam. So that's kind of a quick look at the menu. But so far, I think this camera will do everything that I want it to do. Looking forward to using it some more and playing around with it and see what I can't do with it. So hopefully this might have answered some questions that you had if you're looking at the new UltraProX Cam 10 Plus. So they've made some good changes, and The cameras just keep getting better. I've been really pleased with the 10 and excited for this 10 Plus. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I'll try to get to them and answer them and help you out. So thanks for watching.